What up, guys? It's your boy Malik from Love and Hip Hop Miami. I ask that you guys watch Q in the Streets on WTNT Radio. I'm about to be on it. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be amazing, amazing interview. Tune in now. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's going on?
How you doing?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
How about the time?
This is Chanel.
How you doing?
That's good.
Thank
Over
you.
there and go that way.
What's up, man?
Come on.
Hey, how you doing? I'm good to see you.
Hey guys, what's going on? Y'all already know what time it is. It's WTNT's 107.7 Q in the Streets. Woo! We are super duper excited about who we have in the building with us. On today, guys, we got Malik Williams from Love and Hip Hop Miami. Welcome to our domain, man. I just want to introduce. I want to introduce my right hand man, the slickest talking asshole I know. I got the man with the plan, Enrique Fan in the building.
How you doing?
And I got the prettiest girl in media. I got the lovely Chanel in the building.
Thank you.
So, Liz, what's going on, Malik? How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here in Atlanta.
Welcome to the ATL.
Yes. It's been like 2 years since I've been here. The last time I was here, I was actually working with Jocelyn and Stevie J styling their cover shoot.
Cool.
And then 2 years later, I'm a cast member for the same franchise. So God is just, it's crazy.
See how you turn that thing around?
It's crazy. I had no idea I'd be where I am.
So how you been since the show? Before we even get into all that, because we're going to back up.
The good stuff.
Yeah, before we go
it.
there, we're going to back up and then make our way. Yeah, we're going to fast forward and rewind. So how are you today?
I'm amazing today. Actually, I feel very blessed and highly favored. Let's start with
The
that.
skin looks good.
Thank you.
I mean, glowing. We're going to get into that skincare line in just a few, too.
Yeah, so I feel very good today.
Well, first of all, before we even start, we definitely want to say thank you for being here with Q in the Streets.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
So we were introduced to you on Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Yes.
By Michelle Pooch. So how long were you guys friends before the show?
3 years.
3 years.
And me and her was the first, actually probably the fifth people casted for the show. We started in the pilot together. This is 2016. You know, this show came out in 2018, so we've been filming this show for 2 years.
Oh, really?
So we are the originals, me and Michelle Pooch.
Nice.
Yes, people don't even know that. I was the first gay cast member for Love and Hip Hop Miami.
There was a lot of talk about Jocelyn joining that cast. Was that true or false?
I think because she had moved to Miami. You know, I've been knowing Jocelyn since sixth grade. We went to middle school together.
Oh, wow.
We were best friends. Me and her brother. Me and her brother George. We grew up in. We went to school in middle school together, and also we were like best friends. She was always getting into it with girls and fights. So the real her is the real her. It has never changed. So the person that was presented is the person that I know. And she had a bit of a struggle going up because she was a tomboy. She became this amazing vixen out of nowhere. So yeah.
So to see her story unfold, you being her friend, it's like, girl, like.
I was like, that's Jocelyn. And
that's straight up. Name ain't editing or chasing.
Yeah. So I mean, there was rumors about her joining the cast, and I just think that she's one of her own thing. You know. Yeah.
No, I want to ask this. It's a little off, but I just thought about it because I know you're known as the stylist.
Yeah.
And when I asked you about the shirt, you said
I don't know. It's so crazy because when I got cast for the show, I was actually a fashion editor for a magazine, and I was styling the shoots and the covers. But I also had brand ambassador going on with being a creative director for brands. So you saw the backpack, whiz bag opposite that came into play. So they just mixed both in. So but now I do have a stylist, Big Adele out of Texas. And it's just like when you retire from something and you just on to something else, you just have your growth. It's like saying you're a nurse and now you're a doctor. You don't be called a nurse again because you elevated.
Is it hard not to step back into that avenue?
And just let him do his thing.
Some people get it in Miami, and some people still say, "Damn, I remember he was Malik the stylist." But I'm like, I'm not that dude. I graduated from brand ambassador to creative director to now reality TV, and owning my own skincare line now. So. And music.
Okay.
So as an artist.
We're going up to
we getting it.
So you came into the show. Saying you represent some of the hottest clients and etc. Exactly what is it that you were doing?
I was actually a fashion stylist and personal shopper for athletes. I never did really mainstream artists. It was always NFL players and athletes. So I would personal shop for them, and I would actually get their looks together every day for the for their conference meetings and all of that. You call it let's see. They would have their when they step out for their appearances. So that's mostly was it in day-to-day life. And they go from styling them to the grandma to the mom.
Right.
It just went all over. Like, they got the kids, like the whole family, some of them. So it actually was like working low key, because I didn't. Instagram wasn't out in 2007. We didn't have all that. We had was MySpace. So the people who didn't know me from MySpace days, they saw that. Yeah.
Let's try to jump in. Y'all keep looking at me.
No.
Yeah, jump in.
Because the thing is, and I said I was going to point this out later in the interview, but I do know that we're both Scorpios, so that's probably the reason
why you did your research.
Yeah, of course I've done my research.
November 2nd, yes.
Yeah, 1985.
Yes.
I'm on this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We got that eclectic thing going on.
Yes.
Scorpios are extremely creative.
Yes.
And people, they try to downplay us and all that, but that's
They also call it Scorpio.
Well, that kind of works sometimes too.
Scorpio.
I mean, I get along. I'm a Virgo, but I get
And I was just about to say you must be a Virgo. I was about to say it. I promise you I was about to say it.
I mean, I wasn't calling you guys a Scorpio.
Yeah.
But, you did come back with a good, like,
No, because my sister's a Virgo.
Oh, he stay on his toes.
He came back with a
asshole, I know.
But what's wrong with being like a hoe if you like single?
I'm a very loyal Scorpio. I've never cheated on none of my
You don't have to
exes.
cheat.
I was saying you can get over a major heartbreak.
I just got over a major heartbreak, and I have not been with anybody since Jeffrey. I've not jumped in bed with anybody since him. I have not, because in this lifestyle now we live, you have to be careful. You can sleep with somebody, and next thing you know, you're sleeping, they're taking this up with you and them next to the bed.
Oh, that happens all the time.
And then you cut them off, and next thing you know, the picture's out.
Yeah.
So you just have to be very, very careful. And I think my friends in reality TV, like Chrissy Lumpkin from Love and Hip Hop New York, Erica Mena, and Sky from Black Ink, and my friends have just schooled me the whole time. Like, you gotta, this is a different life.
Keep it clean, dog.
Yeah,
Since you brought up Jeffrey, let's talk about that. I know that they said that you guys have recently broken up and that it was a hard thing for you, but now he has a new situation going on, correct?
Never knew about that.
Oh, he doesn't?
No.
Well, in my research and reading, they say he had a new situation going on. He doesn't?
I have not heard that. No.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe somebody's talking too fast because I showed this some research and the research said that there was a new boy in town.
Well, what's up? If he wants to move on 2 or 3 months after a very long-term relationship, then I think that.
And by long-term, you guys were long
we knew each other 8 years, and we were together
years.
for a year and a half. I mean, I would spend my whole life, by my past year and a half, with this man. I feel that between February 6th was the last day we spoke, was the reunion. And people, I feel, I've talked about this before in interviews. Yeah, it's still emotional. I'm still healing through the process. That's why I feel that I can't even give somebody my all of interest to do.
Was it so hurtful because you guys were friends first? So it came from like a friendship to like a love interest?
I think when we dated 8 years ago, we were so young, we were like 22. And then 8 years flew, and I became a new person. He became a new person. We got back together, and our families got involved in our relationship. Like his grandmother hanging out with my mom, and we spending Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's together. Like all of these things I never had that because I was not. Let's get this correct. I was telling her.
Gotcha.
I was always out to the gay community. Like Lawrence and Derek J have been my friends for over 12, 15 years. They just got on FaceTime with them. We meet up for drinks, and they know me in the community all this time. But I never was out to the business straight side of Miami and people that I was connected to make my money. And they never asked, so I never told.
And you wasn't also out with your family as well?
My father never knew. And I filmed a scene with him on this show. And I came out to my father on the show, but it was not able to be aired because he made death threats to me after the scene. So when you have a father that's death threatening their son, they have to delete it and they have to not show that because it's too close for comfort. He can touch me.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to. A lot of things that you guys have not seen that I struggle with, you guys don't even know about.
So
even
to talk about this right now, your entire energy just shifted when you start talking about Jeffrey. So you were really in love with this person.
I will always love him. I will always love him, man. I said, and you can't get around. We're on the show together for this long. We filmed this show. We didn't even know we were going to be on this show. Like when me and him connected back, he didn't say nothing, I didn't say nothing, and God just brought it 360. And one of my producers like, "Do you know Jeffrey?" I'm like, "Who?" You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was actually gonna go into this season single. And it just happened, and it happened organically, and our families connected, and it just, we loved each other. We were together. We were together 4 times out of the week. We spent 17 hours a day talking. It's like best friends and lover in one. So to like have that for the first time and then go in public with it, and you saw my expression on the show, me coming out with him to the straight world, not to the gay world. They knew me already, and I respected the community always. I never ever disrespected the community to say I was on a DL in Miami. People, all my gay friends would come in town. We all would party. I'd be a club boy. I'd be everywhere with them. Like, I never had a problem with that. So the perception of people, what people thinking now that Malik is anti-gay or he hates gays, he doesn't like being around gays, it's uncomfortable, definitely not true. And I respect Jeffrey for even saying that. He didn't say that maliciously what was said. You know, there's editing, there's deleting in the show, and you guys will only see one side to something that I'm not, you know, and it is what it is. But I will always love him, and I'm healing through the process. Do I think that we would get back together? I think it's a little bit too damaged now because of the social media and all the attention that he's receiving and I'm receiving. And would I would have liked it to be closure? Yes, I would have liked to be closure. I think we were too close.
So you guys haven't even established a friendship from it?
No.
There are blogs going around saying that he's back with Bobby. Is that true?
I can't speak for what they got going. I can't speak for
Do
them.
you feel like they're both reaching for a storyline for season 2? So speaking of that, there's several blogs going around saying that Jeffrey and Bobby are now an item again. Do you feel as if they are reaching to keep their storyline going for season 2?
I'm not sure what they're trying to reach for. I think a lot of people in this cast
Are
reaching, and that's their job. I mean, not even their job. That's what they are. I guess they are connected to now. I've always lived my real life on the show. Nothing that you guys
saw you put up something the other day was like, my house is real.
Yeah, I would never fake anything for a TV show, and I think that's why people, you know, connected to me because of my story. I was always authentic. When you saw me angry, you saw me angry. But I've never had one fist fight on the show. I never touched anybody with my hands. I never threw one drink, and that was my goal, to never fight on the show because I had a brand to represent us as a community, to be the first gay guy on reality TV not punching someone, pulling someone, and showing a 16-year-old out there that you don't have to fight in every argument or throw something to get your point across. But people never saw that.
Speaking of being authentic on the show, the very first scene with between you and Jeffrey, who's the other cast member on the show, you guys instantly rekindled a connection. When you guys met up in that club, it was like instant, like just how your mood shifted. It was just like, oh wow, he's really like, you just went like your throat. You know how Candy start talking when she started trembling in the throat? Yeah. You was trembling in the throat, and I thought that was good for us to see your real.
Yeah, because I think, you know, I think I messed up. I think I vanished from his life for no reason, and I think I wasn't comfortable, and I wasn't ready, and I was ready to move to New York. You know, it was just a lot happening, and I think that I wasn't ready at the time, and I just vanished, and I always wanted to apologize, and that was the time to let him know that I miss him and I wanted him back in that time frame. So you saw the real emotions from that.
When you kissed him in the straight club, how did you feel? I was like, oh my gosh, I just kissed this man.
That was really real too. Like, that was so real, and I was just like, what did I just do? Everything you saw was just like, wow. And I knew that I was getting ready. I was feeling like I was ready.
How did it feel to just kind of like really step out and be your authentic self in an arena that you actually hid so long? Because I remember you saying on TV, like, you hid it to protect, you know, your business. Because, you know, other people that came out, other people that came out in that way. You know,
yeah, I had plenty of friends that came out that they was like, I'm ready. I got a man now. I'm ready. I don't care what nobody think. And whoop, they lost their job. Or whoop, their connections, they hang out with them more. Or whoop, after work, they're not having lunch, having drinks. Whoop, they're not hanging with the celebrity parties.
So how did it feel like being at a straight club, kissing a person that you love? Because what I love about you is when you fall over the person that you love, it came off so passionately.
Right.
Like, it was so real. I don't think you can fake something like that.
You can't. You can't. And I think people, they come to me all the time and they're like, you know, we know what we saw that was not and what was real from other people to what you brought. And it just was me being me. And after that happened, I just, 2 days later, I was like, damn, well, this promoter saw me kissing and this promoter saw me kissing.
So that was gonna be my question.
What they gonna think when I
Did you lose any money or
no
partners?
You actually gained.
You know, every connect I have, they treat me the same. I'll go into live. I'm at my same position at the table. I go into story. I have the same access. Nothing's never changing, man. I'm like, what the hell did I was waiting all this time for? I always say that.
Timing is one.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is how you carry yourself beyond that. Because a lot of people, when they come out, they instantly go into the flamboyant mode.
Yeah.
Right.
And people don't gravitate to that too easily.
True.
So I think that what happened for you was the fact that you still have this disposition that's still manly.
Yeah.
And that's going to help you. But I do have a viewer that's watching that has a question.
Okay.
They wanted to know, why did you get so mad when Jeffrey went to see Bobby?
I can answer.
I mean, but I want him to answer.
I know.
Yeah, they asked it, so I want to make sure they get their answers.
Okay, well, I think I kind of said this. I think I said this a little bit before. I said, I think any man or anybody, a woman or a man, will be upset when their mate goes off. If you talk to them every day, 16, 17 times a day, and they seem to forget to tell you where they're going, and then next thing you know, you find out from a friend, and they're at this place and they're visiting the ex, and you don't know. It just seems kind of shady. Something's being hidden. Yeah, so that's the reason why I got upset. But I'm not always an angry person, It's just, I think it was a build-up, of things going around Miami from this certain person saying these things and rumors and saying, oh, well, I'm going to have a beef with this person because they're gay on because they're gay on the show and I'm gay, so we going to be beefing. And you didn't know who I was, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I didn't meet the guy until like the end of the season. I always avoided, filming with this person because of the things I just was hearing and the perception I heard, which probably wasn't the right thing to do. But then when it got to my man being in front of this person and he's with me in a serious term relationship,
let's talk about the whole my man thing. In the beginning, with him being with Bobby first, did you ever feel like, well, on the show, it was like you guys were first. Okay, so no, I'm not gonna say that. So with you, I was like, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I have to watch what I do over here. With on the show, they portrayed it as him being with him first. Mm-hmm. Did you ever feel like an option seeing that he was only hanging with you because Bobby wasn't spending time with him? I mean, Jeffrey wasn't spending time with Bobby, so it was like, well, I'm just gonna call Malik. Did you feel like an option? Like, how did you feel watching that playback?
I never felt it as an option. I never felt that I came secondary to anything. Mm-hmm. And I never felt that he came secondary to anything.
So was Bobby just a throw into you guys' storyline, or were you guys together in the beginning?
You can always tell from his facial.
Yeah,
you don't really want to say when you touch that storyline.
Come on, Mona, what you got going on over there?
I don't have no idea. I just leave it up to
the producers to do
I have no idea what they have.
So, were you and Jeffrey were together first and always? Because like you said, you guys were dating before you even knew you were going to be on the show. But when we get to the show, he's dating
we were
Bobby
talking.
first.
We were talking before we started to go into filming, and they filmed the organic, real story. Mm-hmm. And I would never ever say, the thing is that I would never ever say this show comes off of filming fake storylines. Yeah. I would never ever say that about this show. It's what the people bring to the show. Mm-hmm. And what you present is what they feel they need to film, and it's our lives. So I brought my real life. I think Jeffrey brought his real life, when it contains to me, it was our real life because our parents and our families knew about every move we made, and we were together every night. So
I don't know. It just sounds like just on the other end, it's just like, what are y'all really doing?
Who's them?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's just like how people like just be reaching for a storyline. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, what's going on?
Well, just think about it. If you're in reality TV, right, and you want to stay working on reality TV, you kind of got to.
But you got to think about people's real lives, because I'm doing a show right now myself. You got to, and I have to tell people all the time, you have to think about
what happens when those cameras are
when
off.
no cameras off. I got to deal with a broken heart because you decide you want to be stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
So
we've had several incidents where we filmed and then. He'd get upset about something I would too, and it's real, and we're in the bed together right after the scene, everyone leaves, and we're in the bed together. That's how real we were. There's no, pickup scene and he go home, I go home. No, in the bed, in the house. That same house you saw was our sanctuary.
When Bobby and Jeffrey started tussling at Prince's pool party, why didn't you step in and try to break it up? You didn't want to be a part of that. How did you feel?
I feel it wasn't. I feel first of all that was a surprise. That was my.
Was that the first time?
That was my first time seeing that person in person. And I mean,
No, you're good.
Listen, no, he's cool.
Right.
We speak when we see each other.
Right.
You guys don't
Yeah,
know
cordial.
that. We made a kumbaya moment at the reunion that you guys
Well,
did
we
not
can
see.
be cordial.
Right, we can be cordial. So I just saw him like last week. We ran into each other at the restaurant. He spoke and I speak, and you know we keep it cordial, but we're not friends. We don't have each other's number. We're not on each other's Snapchat and stuff like that. But we speak when we see each other. I think we're two grown men. I'm 32 years old. I'm a grown man, and I feel he's a little younger than me. And Jeffrey's younger than me. He's 30. So I just feel that I just wanted to take those manly, in order steps to be the better
Big
person to bring things together.
So when they were tussling, why didn't you step in?
Oh, your question. I felt it wasn't my place at the time because they were dating, in somewhat of sort.
Why you keep doing every time you say they were dating?
Stop doing that, fool.
They were dating.
Okay.
And I feel that was between. We
Yeah.
were just having a conversation.
Yeah.
I wasn't tonguing the guy down when he walked up. It was
Because
just
it was
like,
a lot of space between
Yeah,
y'all.
it was
So
a
when
space.
he walked up and he was
Yeah.
like, "Time's up" or "Time's up" or whatever, I was like, "Oh shit, where is this about to go?"
It was. It was a lot at the time. A lot to take in.
So I'm gonna ask this, and I ask this of a lot of reality stars that come
Okay.
in. How is it for you watching the show? Like after everything is
Yeah.
filmed, because the
Yeah.
part about living the reality aspect of life and the cameras being there, you're just living life. You
Right.
forget sometimes that the cameras are there. So once you go back and you now see that your life is recorded and it's there forever, and this situation is transpired, how is that? Like, how does that make you feel?
I'm a realist. I have to always be real, and everyone knows me that knows that I am. I have to say that some parts of it I was very disappointed because I feel that in any show, it's always like I respect Housewives of Atlanta. They show the positive and they show the negative. I feel that a lot of things, of course, people have, like I said, production in any show have to do that. Can't film the whole damn thing because there's not enough time in 1 hour. But I feel that a lot of me that was presented, I feel that we're having a hard time, me and my team. And I get very emotional about it because I know that I'm not what people think I am. And I think that people have set out to say that, like I said, they said I'm anti-gay, they said that I hate gays, I hate being around them, not comfortable, and I feel that is definitely not who I am. I feel that I'm a person that loves everybody, and I feel that we all have our moments of built-up anger, and when you're going through something with your sexuality and you feel that it's being presented to you right on the dot in another way, you're gonna just like step yourself in the corner and just attack things. And I just feel that I everything else I don't have a problem with, but I think it comes to when people are just like the perception of, oh, he's mean, he yells, he needs anger management, or he doesn't like gay people. That is just absolutely not true. And that's not who I am, because I love the community and I support it. And I just was telling your assistant, my skincare line is coming out 10% of each bottle that's sold of that skincare line is going to go to the LGBT community for the HIV to help provide medication for people that can't afford it or they're too young to present to their parents that I have this disease, and that's going to help them go down there and get the medication they need. So I just feel that if a person, I did a lot of research on it, and I had a few friends that are going through that, and they told me how hard it was for them to afford the insurance, and I feel, what can I do? What can I sell with this platform that can provide for that? And I think this is the right choice, and of course I'm still learning and the right things to say, with the community, but I think it's the right decision to make for everyone to be healthy and to be living a great life.
So I see that, the way the media is coming at you, it really does affect you.
It has actually calmed down now.
Yeah.
It's still
it definitely affected my. It affected.
Yeah, I'm a crybaby, so I'm like, I'm about to cry with you. Like,
It affected a part of my image, and I feel that I built my image so perfectly.
But just even more than your image, I feel like it affects you at your core, your true self.
Yes.
So even what he said, looking back at the show, do you feel like there was anything that you possibly did that probably made people view you in this way?
I think the scene at Michelle's listening party, that scene came out, and a lot of guys were a little chopped up. And things were chopped up and presented to you guys in a way, and I feel that me feeling like in that scene, I will give you what I experienced from that, because I've never told anybody this besides my friends.
Well, tell us.
In that scene, I was there to support Michelle, and the marching band of the Vulgars came in, which I've been to balls many times. you know, and I enjoyed it. I think they're very entertaining. You know, it's entertaining for us, and they take it very serious, and they're very.
It's a part of the culture.
It's a part of the culture, and I know that. But I felt that when I'm in a relationship with Jeffrey at the time, and I have on satin silk pants. You have a guy that comes and shake his ass an inch away from my penis, and I know I'm being filmed, and I'm I'm also in a relationship with someone that's on the show with me. So it's like, okay, I'm being on the spot. I'm being filmed with someone that I don't know that's shaking their ass an inch away from my penis, and I have a boyfriend at home, and this is going to be shown.
And you're freshly
So I just went into I'm freshly newly told straight people this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm outly gay to my friends and Michelle and Tiffany Jess.
To the entire world.
And also, yeah, to the entire world. So it was just an automatic defense, and I just took it out on everybody. And I said things that I shouldn't have said. I did not choose my words wisely. Yeah. And I think that, you know, I feel that everyone makes mistakes. We're all human. And was it the right thing to say? No. Well, do I regret it? Yes. Do I feel that I owe the community an apology? Many 100 million times, yes. And I will always own that. I'm a person of owning his mistakes. And I feel that whatever I say, oh, well, we don't believe that, and he should never said it in the first place. It's just like, dude, we're human. We're gonna make mistakes in life. You've lied to your parents and you regretted it. We all have done it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, not saying it's a comparison, but I feel that I just respect the community, and I feel that I just want to apologize once again.
Well, one of my viewers does want to offer some encouragement.
Yes.
You are a realist. You live in that moment without premeditated motives. You are human. So
yes.
they are rallying with you, so you're good. At least my folks.
Never premeditated. Never premeditated. It's like premeditated murder. I would never premeditate. Oh, I'm going to say this on that show. I'm going to call people this and that.
Yeah, especially not those words.
But do you think that now, since you have a platform and you feel like, okay, I do have to move in a semi-orderly way, things do become a little bit more premeditated to protect your brand, to protect your image, to protect your heart.
But with that show, you never know what they're going to throw at you. So sometimes you got to be like with your guards up at all times.
But with your guards up
and I think that's what the problem with a lot of us. I was talking for all of us. This is our first season. This is our first time filming our life on reality TV. No one can prepare you for this. You don't know what's going to come from left or right, what's going to come from your past, what history, your ex may pop up, they may find them. You don't know, your ex may call the show. You don't know what you're walking into. And a lot of times we just
like always
head on. And that's what makes it so real is on the dot. That's what the realest about Love and Hip Hop is, that we arrive to set, you don't know who you seeing, what's happening, it's real. And you got to get into your real life at that moment. So,
speaking of being real in the moment,
yes.
I love the scene between you and Prince when you told him, you came out to him and you guys had a conversation. We're going to bring you out your crowd. We're going to come back into some positive. You know what I'm saying? That was a good scene. It was good to see interaction between a straight guy and a gay guy.
And that was actually really real. It was the first straight male in Miami, in the entire world I've ever came out to in my life.
I liked his response.
Yeah,
I really liked his response.
I liked his response, and I liked his response in the moment, and I just feel that things are just different now with us.
Being with things with you guys being different now, there's a lot of him hanging out with Bobby and that whole.
I don't think there's nothing to do with it. I think Prince has definitely changed a lot from the person I've been knowing for 4 years.
So what do you mean things are different? Because when he said on the show, he was just like, I kind of already knew, and we're cool. It doesn't change anything.
I think that part was true.
Now what's different? What do you feel is different?
I think what's going on now is his whole persona has changed. I feel that I'm very glad that the community accepts him. I'm very glad that he can reach into both lanes, straight and gay world, and host both. Salute to him on that, because that's hard to dominate. And I'm doing it now. Like, I'm hosting a party with City Girls, next month with Joy, and that's a straight club. And I'm hosting a gay party tonight. I gamble both. I host straight and gay. Because women love me, the fan base, women love me, straight boys, they respect me. So we take both as coins.
So you are getting the love from the community?
Both, yeah.
Okay.
I'm hosting a gay party tonight. Okay. I mean, and I host one 2 weeks ago. I feel that with us, we're not on good terms right now at all. And I feel some blogs have picked it up, some blogs have showed me and Prince have had our encounters, and I feel that, it comes from a situation where me and Jeffrey had just broke up for 3 weeks. We were broken up, and a video resurfaced, and it got over 300,000 views of Jeffrey grabbing onto Bobby and Prince telling him to kiss. And I feel that
Him being your friend.
him being my friend for so long, in 4 years, you saw the breakup happen at the reunion right in front of your face. I was a very emotional person that day. I had 2 hours of sleep at the reunion. It was the hardest thing in my whole entire life. Even harder than even coming out to my father to break it off with Jeffrey because of what happened the night before the reunion. And I feel that he knew all of this. And for you to film something on your phone and show that 3 weeks later, and I'm going through a healing process, you don't know if we're going to be together or not. You don't know what the world may bring. I feel that kind of damaged us forever. I would never ever trust him. I would never ever be friends with him. Because I feel that me seeing, it's one thing for someone to tell you, oh, your ex is with Bobby, or your ex is with another ex. But one thing for you to see it, and someone that you're cool with film it, and engage in it, is the most hurtful thing you can ever go through. And that hurt me tremendously.
Have you spoken with him about it?
We haven't had a chance one-on-one to speak about it. I tweeted about it, and that probably wasn't the right thing to do. And then it became this attitude, anger thing. So now when we see each other, it's like this. You know what I'm saying?
Will we see this story? Will we see you guys' interaction play out on season 2?
We don't know. We'll have to see.
So there is.
I guess we don't see. He's doing that thing again.
But there is a season 2 in the makings. Or?
I've heard there is. I've had talks with them through.
That question was asked
before we get to season 2, because I'm gonna keep going. Speaking of him, you getting 2 hours of sleep, and the night before, there was a major situation that happened between you two that night, as far as him not coming.
You guys don't,
coming home.
Yeah, the night before the reunion. I think.
Put his
talk about
bags
this.
out at the door.
No, I didn't.
No, he checked me to. Well, I'm gonna let you tell your own story.
No, that was as part of the season, but this happened.
This happened at the reunion.
Sorry. I'm thinking. Okay.
This happened off camera. I share it because you guys, it's Atlanta, it's different. I mean, different viewers, but I mean, the night before the reunion, I talked about this. He has some issues with his outfit and some things. And the communication, there was a lack of communication that night of him telling me really how he felt. And I feel that, I don't want to retrace this whole thing, what happened, but some people have heard about it. But he did leave the night before the reunion, and he walked out of the hotel room 11:45 and never came back. And we had to be up at 7 a.m. and at call time at 9. And therefore, I walked in the reunion, knowing that this relationship was over. Someone walks out and abandons you in another city, and this is your first time traveling together, first time being together in another state, and they walk out and never come back, and you don't have any explanation or validation. I feel that the person has left you. So I went in the reunion protecting myself, and I left him for you guys to see. It wasn't for you guys intentionally, but it was something that I had to do for myself and take home with me. So we went to New York together, and we left separate. And it was the best decision I could make for myself as a man, because I'm not gonna sit on the couch and be fake. I'm not gonna sit on the couch with you like you were with me the whole night before, like we woke up and came here together when we did it. I will always be a realist on this show, and whatever you guys have seen has been the real me. But I didn't like how it was set up to be that it was like I came to New York, I flew to New York, and I broke with my boyfriend for no reason. Right. Like that was never the case, and I didn't want to share that moment because it was so fresh. And like I said, at 2 hours of sleep, and we were there a whole night before. So for you guys to see how angry I look, my eyes is bloodshot red. I'm in a designer suit, and I'm just like, my body's there, but I'm not even there.
So you didn't even see him until you guys got to the couch?
I didn't see him until 10 and 10 p.m. that night, the next day.
Because the night before, I think I've heard you say that he was on the phone with his aunt or something like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't the real story.
Yeah, that was the real story. He was on the phone, he walked out and left and never came back. And we had our back and forth on the phone, like a few minutes on that call, but there's always something to get validation. Say, text and say, I don't feel comfortable coming back, or we're gonna argue. Say something. Yeah. And that's with any relationship. This is for the world to hear, and for people that's maybe going through this. I really feel it's never the right choice to walk out on your mate and don't say nothing, give any validation. Communication is everything. If you want to leave that night and say this is over, let that person know, for they know what's up. To stay up all night worrying where they are.
That's what I was gonna say. And you're in another city. I don't know if you're safe. You've been killed. Right. I don't know if you've been, and especially now,
New York.
Now you're on a different platform, so people know who you are. Somebody can say
I think anyone that goes through anything, I think you deserve an apology. I never ever got an apology. It's been 3 months. I never got an apology. I've been told by my best friend that he sorry for what he did, and he knows that we need closure. But I feel that you know, I just feel that it's just been too long now, since February 6th to now we're in April 20th, and there's no text or email or anything that say I apologize for what happened, and we're not together, we won't be together, whatever it may be. But you've been knowing me for almost 9 years. I think I would give that apology.
But you don't think it kind of comes? Sorry, you don't think it kind of comes both sides, from both ways?
I've reached out several times through family, through friends. I've always, even though it happened to me, I've done that too.
I
just want to make sure that you also.
I mean, things have happened when we're out of anger. We both have acted out of anger, and
for sure.
Know, when you hurt and you're heartbroken, I'm sure you was hurt by some things that was said from the union and done. But I mean, it's always great to bring closure to anything with anybody.
Well, the opposite of love is actually not hurt or hate or pain. It's when you absolutely don't care. So I feel like there's still so much love there, you know. So you can tell the way you talk about him.
Still very emotional.
Yeah, and it probably will always be love there
until you guys close it.
Well, not even that, because they knew each other for so long.
Oh well, yeah,
you know?
I'm saying like to the healing.
Yeah, so I
I
just
don't
think
care
that
about
like, you know, if you know wholeheartedly that you did all that you possibly could,
Right.
then sometimes you just gotta be at rest with that.
I am.
Do you think the media and the noise, because I seen you when you had like 8,000 followers, now you're at like 30.2 or something like that, with everybody in both of you guys' ears. You feel like that had just a little bit to do with it?
A lot to do with it.
Because now, you know what I'm saying, you know, you have your own market, you know, now he's shirtless everywhere. It's just like, why the face again? Oh, you don't like that?
What?
With him being, was he like that before? You knew him?
Slightly for his collection.
Okay, but now you feel like it's obsessive and over the top?
You tell me, what do you think?
There he goes. He put it right back on you. How do you feel, Q?
Not for me. It's a no. And he knows me. This like my right hand. It's a no. You can never be with me. I'm from the South. Like I'm very conservative. I'm very.
A lot of you has to be reserved for me.
Yeah, like what come home to me cannot be for the world to see. But I was asking that question. Let me throw it back to you now.
I mean, you know, we're not together. I haven't spoken to him, so I just feel that I'm growing and I'm getting better. The healing process is almost over. I feel that I'm putting my focus into my music, into my skincare line, and that's where I am. So am I ready for another relationship? No. Am I ready to date somebody else? No.
So are you going over there and tapping on the Snapchat, or y'all got each other blocked, or what?
We have each other blocked. We don't follow.
Oh, so you can't even go like, you know.
Lord. So I'm gonna shift this whole situation.
Yes.
Mainly because I don't want to keep driving on the fact of your broken relationship or bringing up all of those things. We're gonna go to your skincare line.
Medallion Skincare. Medallion Skincare.
So tell my viewers about your skincare line.
Medallion Skincare is coming out this spring. It's specializing in discoloration to the skin. It's going to have great ingredients that will, you know, us blacks, black men, we shave a lot. And so this and this can be two different tones. So we want everything to be one tone as my skin is, and very smooth and healthy. And it will have vitamin C in it, protein in it, and it's just going to be amazing. It's going to have facial cleanse, a scrub, 2 masks. It's gonna be an amazing line. I can't wait to put it out for the world. I get asked like over 2,000 DMs. Your skin the whole season was so good and so perfect. How did you make it happen? And I just want to provide it for everybody. And for black, whites, Chinese, it's for everybody.
So where will the skincare line be found?
It's going to be found online at medallionskincare.com, and it's going to be at Flawless Icon in Miami. You can actually walk in the facility and buy it.
So were you like a part of the whole process? Like
yes, and I've always been obsessed with skin.
Like
yes, all my people that I've dated, I've treated their skin. And, you know, I put on to my...
Oh, so you should be getting a little percentage of all that.
You know, so...
You want to be so cute on these damn flyers? Give me my percentage. I got that skin,
you know,
right.
I've always been obsessed with it and helping my friends out because they've always wanted to know what it took a while to find out what works for you because everything don't work for everybody.
That's so true.
And you know that. So I tested it on my hands and other people, and I think it's going to be a great line for everybody.
So is it something that women can wear?
Yes, something women can wear. It's not strong, you know, just for men. It's just right for everybody.
You know, because us pretty girls, we like to wear our makeups.
Yeah.
And then we always have to have a product that's going to strip all of it away and take all of
that dirt and makeup build up out.
Especially when you're filming and stuff,
everybody on Love and Hip Hop wears makeup. I don't care who you are, it is just what it is. And for you to go home after filming 8 hours, that clog of makeup for 8 hours in the sun or in the light, you know, we got to wash our face great. And that's what keeps, you know, the skincare line is what kept, you know, everything together. you know.
So you've done music. We know that you
We still
have
doing music now. I'm actually working with CO. He works with Trina. He works with Missy Elliott, and he's putting together my old EP. It's gonna be very Miami based.
So
I love it. Love it.
Before we get into your music, this is a question that came to me last night.
Okay.
When it comes to gay rappers in South Florida, was it really Bobby who was first, or would it be Sissy Rich or Dion Punk of the South? Like who were?
I know Punk of the South from the back in the day. I used to go to gay clubs in 2007. Thank you.
What was it?
And I've seen
Coliseum
Punk of the
Club?
South perform, and I think he was one of the first in Miami, like rapping and doing his thing. But I don't think it went like mainstream as Bobby has done it. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just a local thing, you know.
So when can we expect music from you?
Oh, my music's coming out this May. I'm actually shooting my music video Memorial Day weekend, so that's why I can't do, you know, all the other events and stuff because we're shooting my music video. It's a 3-day shoot, and we're shooting at a 2K pool party called the Freaknik Edition.
Nice.
And it's
So
the
you
song.
taking it
I'm
back?
about to say
that
Freaknik.
back
He already
Miami.
said
You said Miami, but I know it's like throwback
this-
Miami.
And it's Miami
Yes.
too.
This song is a remake from the 90s Freaknik Edition. I ain't gonna give it away yet, but you go get the song first. And it's
Thank
very
you.
familiar.
That was a real, that was
It's
good
very
time now.
familiar.
Get that on camera again. Who get the
I
song
got
first?
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's something that you're real familiar with. It's Miami based. It's gonna be lit, and we gotta film the video actually the 26th of May on that Saturday all
Fly
day.
out there.
So we're gonna have all my reality show friends in there, a couple of other
Q
people
gonna
you
be
may
up
see.
in
Yeah, it's gonna be
there.
lit. Yeah, it's gonna be a big thing.
You in the streets.
I'm excited
You
for
taking
it.
the streets.
Yeah,
of
I'm
Miami.
taking the streets of Miami.
It's gonna be lit. I'm
See me with my
excited.
little glass in the corner.
But I've been an artist since I was 6, and I was an artist last year filming, but they wanted to show the side of Malik in the business of fashion, and then we gotta grow to the music.
So when you say music, rapper,
Singer, R&B, pop.
Oh,
So you know-
okay.
you know what you gotta
So
do.
you know any.
So joining the brand of Love and Hip Hop Miami, did you know that you was gonna bring all this greatness to it? The platform of you coming out to the straight world, who you are, as well as leaving the stylist of you.
I know I had a
behind,
different story than
the
what others
music,
came on
the
as.
skincare.
Yeah.
Well, no, just solely just
Okay.
speaking of you.
Mhm.
Did you know that you was gonna use this platform the best of your ability? Because I think it's great. You got two legends
Yeah, you
on that
came
platform, Trina and
Right.
Trick
Trick
Daddy,
Daddy,
you
right.
know,
Mhm.
which have created a platform for putting Florida on the map, putting Miami on the map,
Right.
and then with the song that you about to bring out, it's, you know, you taking it back to
Yes.
when they kind of came out.
Yeah, I think Miami's lacking R&B dance entertaining artists,
And that
I
defines
dance my
Miami
ass
a
off.
lot.
And I dance my ass off. People don't even know
And you
that.
dance.
I dance my ass
What?
off.
You dance too?
All that Chris Brown, Marion, all that. I do all of that.
Nah, I know you've been up
So,
at 6,
it's-
but I mean you gotta
it's-
show me.
it's gonna be coming. You're gonna see all that in the music video, and
Can
it's
we
like
battle?
we gonna battle. You come to the video shoot. Let's do it. It's gonna
So,
be right on the
we gonna book
spot.
our flights.
We got we
Now, not like you don't know me and Chanel when we get here.
Right.
But
I'm
we
getting
will
ready for
show
my
up.
battle.
We'll show out. You act like you don't know us.
Yeah.
I do have a question. When it comes to the styling, we've pretty much known you for high clientele.
Yes.
You know, everything is like labels and everything like that.
Yes.
Who would you go to, like, so do you, I know you said that you style, like, you know, the old clientele, like their aunties and stuff like that. But now, do you style like the everyday person?
I don't style anybody. I haven't styled in 3 years.
So if you were to style, what type of designer would you go to now?
Right now.
If you was to style yourself, how about that?
I like Fear God. I like Givenchy. I think Gucci's doing an amazing job with the comeback. Saint Laurent is always killing it. So those are my go-tos to put in.
So if it wasn't a label, like, let's bring it down for
Okay.
the everyday person.
I love Zara for everybody. I love to mix Zara in with high-end labels. I love to mix the high and low. You don't have to be a full label of expensive look. You know, I mix high and low all the time.
Like
Even myself.
At Walmart.
No. So where can everybody get this?
Oh, the cover of the Vogue magazine.
Yes, congratulations on this. It's
It's in
huge.
a couple of stores throughout Miami and Fort Pierce and Tampa. So that's one
Tampa.
of many covers. I got 2 more covers I can coming. I can't speak on, but 2 more covers are coming, and it's real good, serious stories in there. So
I'm gonna just text you like, I need to
I'm
send me
sending
my
you all of them.
email.
I'm sending you all of them.
I'm gonna send you my address.
Yes,
right
I'm sending
in
you.
the
Oh,
email.
okay.
No.
Well, I definitely love the levels in you. I love that
Yeah,
you're
you're
able
so
to
young.
take
I
in
can
and
tell.
talk
I
about
can tell
something
your
so
age
emotional.
in your demeanor.
Thank you.
And it's not a bad thing because you
Yes.
know people ain't making it to be.
I love being 32.
No,
yeah.
I'm 45. I understand.
Oh, wow, you look great.
Yeah, so I understand.
Oh, man.
But you can definitely see your age in your demeanor, and I want to applaud you for bringing the positive side of the LGBTQ community to mainstream TV, because you do get to see all of the ratchetness and all of the ignorance and the unintelligent people who just want to scream what the thing said. I was just trying to get a piece of burger, and that's what people gravitate to.
Right.
But thank you for actually doing it. My viewers are actually, they riding with you.
I have one
so
question. With your platform, I'm doing a show now, and now I'm getting just personal. Because I'm not gonna say mouthy, but I'm very opinionated.
Outspoken.
I'm very outspoken.
Yeah.
Extremely.
So, so when you say what you say in the moment, and then you have to rewatch it play out, you be like,
Yeah, you kind of kick yourself.
yeah, it's like, let me pop myself. How do you, sit back and deal with, okay, now you got people hitting you up like, oh, they shouldn't have did this, they shouldn't have did that, and so you deal with a lot of that, and I'm just like,
I still am. Even though our show ended in February, and I'm still somewhat people like, I just like to get feedback from people. So I was with my friend the other day, and he was like, oh, I was at a house party, and you came up from Love and Hip Hop, and the person was like, I don't like him, and he's just always angry, and then he was like, but then I went to his Instagram, he's just always happy with his friends. So it's like, what the hell going on? So people just don't, it's like, is he being two different people? Like, they don't get it. But it's like, you saw a build up to angry to the last 2 episodes of 10 episodes. I was coming out to my straight people. I was in love. I was giving y'all positivity.
I don't think that's anger. I just thought it was passionate.
It's being real, and I'm in the moment.
I think it's passionate.
And that's how I am, because I said something in my last week. I was like, listen, it was in the moment, and I ain't taking it back, and it ain't changing. Now, we can talk about it and deal with it, but it ain't changing.
But see, you know what's so crazy? I think that, like,
so crazy.
I'm not on reality TV at all, so I can't really, put myself in that position to even say what I would or what I wouldn't do.
Okay.
But I do know that, like, when I have done something that people around me don't applaud me for,
Right.
if I'm okay with it, I sleep well with it, and I don't take it back.
And it ain't changing.
And it's not really gonna change. But I think if I had to be recorded and be seen on TV, I guess now I'm looking at how people sit with it, how they're going home with it, how they're affected by it, and maybe that changes my perception of it.
It don't for me.
It don't for you.
How you deal with it is how you deal with it. But I'm telling you how I feel. The camera ain't on you, it's on me.
And at the moment of me saying whatever I said, that's exactly what I meant. And to go back and say, maybe I could have been a little more.
I wouldn't necessarily say is what I meant.
See, like, he's living in it right now.
Yeah,
so
I want to say certain things, yes, that I've done on the show, whatever I said in the moment, but certain things I do, I could have said it another way.
Yeah,
or
we'll go back and talk about
word or something else. So you critique yourself. It's even I'm sure Beyonce critique herself after this amazing performance. I'm sure she saw 2 things. Like,
she's a Virgo baby like me, so she went and said everybody
one of the
needs to be
strings on
right.
my boot went left and the other ones went right, so I think she did help her.
Yeah, we all
changed her color on her nails. I was like, girl.
And I think she's one of the most perfect people in the world. But I feel that I know that she fights for perfection. So we are going to critique ourselves. I'm sure you're going to watch back some of the things you filmed and say, well, damn, I could.
Well, I watched some of the things he's filmed, and I told him he should.
Yeah. So we get ready to wrap
I don't think he get worse than me, so I think you're still good.
You know what? I have to be honest. I have been compared to you so many times.
Wow.
Because in different areas.
Right.
But I've been compared to you. I've gotten Malik from Love and Hip Hop Miami so many times. I was just like, for real?
Oh man. Gee. So we
I
gotta
don't know if
talk.
that says a lot about you being good or you're really being bad.
What does that say?
Outside of that, what are some things that people don't know about you? What do you like to do outside of the industry stuff? Where can we like find you at? Like, do you like to go fishing? I like eating cupcakes. Like, what you like to do?
Oh man, I love the water. I love the ocean. I love the ocean.
Water baby.
I'm a water baby. I love the ocean. Anything with water, I'm just involved in it. I don't show that part on.
What type
Instagram
of water
and stuff.
sports?
I haven't done it yet, but I would love to scuba dive.
Okay.
But I'm kind of anxious about what's really down there. So it's like that's what's.
You just gotta dive in.
Every water in Miami ain't that clear. Like I gotta do that in Bahamas. We gotta see through that thing.
Put me on a yacht, baby, and y'all go down there.
I love the yachts.
Do you love pools?
I love the pool. I love to swim. I learned how to swim at a very young age. So.
When you're in Miami.
I don't think you can not be around the water and not know how to swim.
I think I need to do a lot more traveling. I think filming this show for 2 years, we wasn't able to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I haven't been anywhere.
Lockdown, that's right.
So lockdown.
Well, you look physically fit.
Yeah, I try to
so what
stay in the
type
gym.
of exercises are you doing?
I have a trainer in Miami, so he just
Oh my God.
What happened?
Somebody, no.
I'll
Show me anything.
That one right there.
Oh, look at that.
I can't.
Yeah, I'll let you get your comment.
Well, yeah, so we're going to wrap this thing on up.
Well, before we wrap it up, I want to ask you something real. You touched on your father, you know,
Yes.
and you said that they had to like delete scenes and stuff out, and then you also stated your mother, how your mother was like heavily involved with, you know, doing stuff with JT's aunts and mothers and y'all joining family things together. So like, what is the relationship with your parents now? Like, how is your mother in your life?
My mother's my best friend. She knows everything. You know, she's disappointed in the relationship. She's disappointed that we as two grown men couldn't put it together to have closure.
Yeah.
But she knows it takes two, not one. She's, you know, reached out on her own to Colin because she loves him. And I think that she liked his grandmother and his aunt and the whole family. She's been, you know, holiday, Thanksgiving with him. So I think that, you know, it's hard to like have that and then try to go back into a relationship to provide that again.
Well, my question was more
introduce
so,
everyone to your parents and your family
and then they leave.
It's like I can never really do that for a very long time.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Mine was I had wanted to introduce my parents to somebody, but I've never been in a relationship. So I was just like, so when I did, you know, come out to them, whatever like that, it was difficult for me only because, you know, my father, he was like my best friend. He was just like, cool, you know, what's up, you know, whoever it is, I'm down with it. But to get the response I got from my mother was just like, you know, that's fine, it's dandy, but, you know, I just want you to know, you know. Oh, man, it's not about me. It was just like, you know, you're no longer welcome to my home. So dealing with, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. But, you know, it's just
And just to live it all out in 1 year is just a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, it's a
Think
beautiful
about
thing
that.
that you have a best friend parent. And so much for you
And
too.
she accepted me like,
you know,
but then I had my father that did it, so we
y'all
can't
have
relate to
the opposite.
Yeah.
So with your mother being very supportive, what are some of the things that you do with your mom to like strengthen your relationship?
We do everything. I pick out all her clothes.
So you do? You still do the
I
styling?
love to cook for
No,
her.
that's his mother. He's not
This is my
styling
mother.
her.
Yeah, but you still,
Yeah, but
you
we
know,
have-
you
But when
and
it's your
your
mama,
mother.
you ain't styling your mama. You just let mama, you wearing this. That ain't styling.
I think when I listen to my friends say I heard from my mom maybe like every 3 days. I'm like, you know how many times this lady called me a day?
Hello?
Like 17 times a day my mother's on my phone. Even me traveling, and she just has that the umbilical cord is not cut. Like I'm 32. I'm okay, I landed in Atlanta. I've been in 17 times.
It ain't gonna
I'm
never-
straight, like it's just never gonna leave.
Making
Like,
sure her baby
That's a
land
beautiful
is
thing.
safe.
she woke me up at 6 a.m. like, are you up for your flight? It's just like, damn, like, okay.
Yes, come on, Mom.
Yeah,
all right,
bro.
y'all, so we're not going to drag this out any
Yeah.
longer. Tell us one more time where we can find the magazine.
You can find it. It's all over at different newsstands. They have it all over right now. So it's actually in Finger Licking in Miami too.
Finger licking, come on now.
It's coming for.
And then tell us again where we can find the skincare line.
My skincare line is coming at MedallionSkincare.com. It's coming in the spring, and it's gonna be sold at Flawless Icon. My music's coming to Apple Music, Spotify, AMA. The first single, Freak Ya. So we ready.
Freak ya.
You gave it out. You gave it out at first. You gave it out.
Oh, you remember kid, we going to Miami for that video
For the
shoot.
video shoot.
Okay.
So next time we got to make sure we got your wine so you can unwind.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
I got you.
All right, guys. Oh, and when can we see you on season 2 of Love Hip Hop Miami?
He said he don't know.
Listen, let me try to slip
He
that
ain't
in
telling,
there.
okay?
I know,
He's
let me
not
try to
telling.
slip that in there because I'll be checking. Let's see many cameras.
I like how
Give
you're
your
very
social
well
media
coached.
handle.
You know what to say. You know
Yeah.
how to like
You have to.
protect.
Come on,
this
PR.
brand
I have
image.
a very hard team on me, and they are like, boy,
Don't
do
mess
not
with
let us
these
backtrack and try to fix this shit
We
for
got to
you.
clean up now.
Yes, yes.
All right, tell us where we can find you on social media, man.
Social media, Malik Williams __.
Y'all, there you have it. Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Q, the king of media in the
He's the
ATL.
best.
I got the smoothest talking asshole. I know Papa Smurf in the building, my right hand man, and the prettiest queen of media. I have the beautiful Chanel in the building.
Hey.
Let me show them y'all so they can see y'all.
Hey.
There she go.
Hi.
Seal it up, get my good life.
Hey.
All right, guys, stay tuned in. It's WTNT's 107.7 Q in the streets.
Woo.